Okay, good day everyone. My name is Ogbuefi Choma. Today we're going to be talking about due diligence. Now, in property acquisition, due diligence is a search carried out to find out the authenticity of a land and also to prove that the person who is presenting himself as the owner of the property is the actual owner and has the right to sell. This process is very risky when delegated and should not be compromised for any reason. Now, due diligence can be carried out if you have been presented with titles or documents to the property or the said property that you intend to buy. One of the first things you need to do is to look at the documents thoroughly. You need to look at it thoroughly, and whatever you seem not to understand, you get the attention of either a lawyer or a surveyor to expatiate on the details. Now, carrying out due diligence by somebody who has no knowledge about real estate acquisition is somewhat difficult. So, the services of a lawyer and a surveyor and a property expert should be employed to ensure that every box had been properly ticked so that nothing is overlooked or considered as not important. Now, in carrying out a due diligence, like I said, documents have been presented to you. Some of those documents has facts or supposed facts required to authenticate that the property is genuine. Now, when you look at these facts, look at them with a neutral mindset. Most people look at a property and like it and want it to be genuine. So they overlook some fact or some red flags. So you look at this document with a neutral perspective so that whatever you see that you are not satisfied with, you can point it out and it should be properly cleared. One of the advantages of carrying out due diligence is that it exposes you to the previous owners. And this exposure helps you increase the amount of witnesses that you are actually the owner of that property. So to carry out a due diligence, there are three persons that are important in helping you achieve this. One is a lawyer. You require a lawyer because some of the terms used in the agreement signed can only be properly interpreted by a lawyer. The second person you need is a surveyor. Now, the reason why you need a surveyor is that you must know the actual property and location that you are negotiating or intending to buy. It is the surveyor that goes and picks the point and ensures that the actual location that you are negotiating for is the location covered by the titles that were handed over to you. The third is a property expert, somebody who actually is in the business, somebody who is in the business of properties, somebody who is a realtor, somebody who is a certified property manager, somebody who has dealt with properties for a long period of time and has gathered so much experience in that area. You see, so this person can also guide you so that you cut risks and ensures that you don't get your fingers burnt while trying to buy a property. It is also important to note that mortgage lawyers or property lawyers are the best persons who can actually assist you in the process of verifying if a property is genuine. But it is important that you as the buyer, you get involved in the process. You see, if you know the process with which you acquired a property, your confidence level that that property is genuine increases. But if somebody helped you to verify if a property is genuine, a little harassment can make you feel that the property you bought that is genuine is not genuine. So it's important that you follow through the process of verifying that the property is genuine so that you build up confidence in the property and know that the property is yours even when there are encroachment or signs of harassment. It is also important that you follow through this process because when you want to also resell, some of the questions that you would be asked would come out of this search and due diligence that has been carried out on the property. Now, because you are not well informed in the process and the buyer is only interested in speaking with you, calling a third party to help the buyer explain about the process of the acquisition of the property weakens the buyer's resolve to buy from you. So it's important that you go through all this process. Thank you for listening. There are other informations that we could share with you if you maybe visit us or continue to follow us on our page, so that you become knowledgeable in acquisition of property. Without the knowledge of the process of acquisition of property, acquiring properties become difficult or risky. Now, acquiring properties should not be risky. Once it is risky, it is wise not to even attempt it at all. So thank you for listening. Until we see you at our next session.